I can do that.
Well,
Either way. All right.
You wanna start the meeting, did you say you had something to say first, or
Mhm.
whatever?
Yeah, Black Mountain had their debrief today, and I sent an email to you guys, because I thought the full commission should hear from Black Mountain, from Doug, and from Debbie and their full staff. I was the only one that showed, and, what I'm going to ask of you now then is trust, since you weren't here to get the information firsthand, instead of jumping to conclusions or making accusations, I would ask that you let them figure out their process and correct some of the things that were going on and move forward from there. This is the only way I had to get a hold of you guys. We're not supposed to call each other. Email is transparent, and I let you guys know the time as soon as I knew it. I truly wish there was more than just me that heard the information. The other thing is the judge has signed an order, and this I believe was after John Wright was found guilty of the 7 felonies. And this is regarding the order that he is to be escorted in and out of all county buildings with a elected official. This is the order. I'm gonna give it to Ann if you guys want copies, you certainly can have them. I got this from Val today. So violating that, letting John come into commission meetings without that escort is a violation of a court order. And so I will respectfully request that, I haven't read this, but if it goes beyond just the escort, I'm going to respectfully request that you follow the court order on that, and that goes to, John Wright. The other thing is I did listen to the meeting on Monday, even though I was unable to attend. I think we did well at the legislature and hopefully saved this county a lot of money, in some bad legislation not being passed. But, the mosquito issue. I would ask that since it's January, we have some time to make the decision. Please wait until Allison gets back as the extension agent. Scott can give you a good deal of information. You guys had a lot of questions about extension, and she wasn't here to ask them. And I would ask that you show her the respect to ask her questions prior to making a decision. And it's a big decision. One of the things that's been talked about is giving Scott a year. We've given Just Contracting 2 years. Let's give Scott a year to see if he can do a better job. And that's something that I think Allison and Scott could talk to. We've been working on this a long time. I have minutes from the Mosquito District Board from July 2015 and from May 2015. That was 2 years ago that we were talking about this. Present were Mosquito Board members Elsie Stroh, Elaine Gravely, Laura Obert, and then John Semple and his crew. Members absent were Chuck and Franklin. So that might be why Franklin was unsure that we had met and talked about this before. And then also on the meeting May 6, 2015, Franklin was again absent, but we did meet and we do have minutes. And then the other thing is we do have minutes from March of 2016, so a year after that, we met in a joint meeting with the Board of Health and with the Mosquito Board and discussed this again. So it's been well researched. well discussed. And so I just ask that you give Allison the respect of involving her, as well as those other board members.
Okay, we're gonna start
No,
this,
I
come
have
out
a
of
couple
our
more
recess.
things. This is for the
For what?
minutes. I want this as a matter of public record. I'm gonna give Ann these minutes as well. And then the last thing is the building project. You guys made your decision, and I am opposed to making a decision after we sign a contract. I believe our word is our bond, but I wanted to make sure that as a matter of public record, we had Kerry Hagelberg's email, and he sent this out on Thursday, January 5th. And I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but he does say I am writing as both the executive director of the Montana Contractors Association and as a resident taxpayer of Broadwater County. And then the last paragraph, he says, a couple of things. When Governor Schweitzer canceled a contract for a new state office building in Helena several years ago, the developer who had a signed contract with the state sued and won a judgment of about $3 million. Furthermore, later on, he says, Broadwater County has no reason or justification for canceling a legally binding contract and should expect some form of legal redress in the event a majority of the commissioners take an ill-advised vote to cancel it. So this should have been made a part of the public record because it was sent to the commissioners about an agenda item. I'm going to make it the public record today. We also have an email from Jeremy Fadness, who is the engineer on the project. The commission need to discuss this at length with Corey. I am not a lawyer, though, so I am not sure what recourse the contractor may have if the county does this. It is my recommendation that the commission talk to Corey to make an informed decision as to what the consequences of canceling the project are. And then the email from Corey dated last Thursday, I'm in trial for the rest of the week, followed by guard drill this weekend. I won't be able to look into this until Monday morning. So I'm just gonna add those all to the public record, just so that we have all emails sent to us on an agenda item covered in the minutes. So thanks for your time.
Okay, we had an email, both of us did, from Scott about an interlocal agreement or something that there was nothing in there, there's no document in the email.
I got an email from Scott on the interlocal with the city, is that what you're talking about? I
don't know
got a
which one
copy
it
of
was
the
on, but
contract.
It said it was attached, but it was not attached to my email at all.
It was attached to mine.
Mine wasn't either.
I don't know if I have it in my mosquito stuff. Here we go. It was crooked, that's why I remember it.
Okay, we're gonna go back on and come back from our recess from Monday.
You are back from your recess on Monday.
No,
You are in session right now, Franklin.
we didn't open it. I started to, she started talking about all this stuff here. So that's just exactly what took place. Anyway, you want to start, Mike, or should I? What we did with Mako on that, how we had the closed door meeting.
This has to be
And, yeah, and so now we're having a closed door meeting with Brian Holm here, so we're gonna be for a short closed door
And
meeting.
thank you
Are
very
you gonna
much.
continue, are you gonna
need to go
continue this
upstairs and
discussion
talk.
after the
Absolutely,
closed door
I
meeting?
understand
Yeah, we got a couple of items to get
that.
done
Okay.
after this closed door meeting.
The discussion on, are you gonna continue the discussions on the buildings and things that Laura was talking about?
No, I don't think we're doing any more discussions on that.
I just needed to make documents part of the public record since there was action taken, but the documents were not
Okay.
brought forth to the public. And don't close that yet, we have one more going out with ya.
Well, they, for,
What's that?
and
So
it's
after-
the same.
I'm sorry, I still didn't